Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Please be joined by Brady Shields of South Lyon Football. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Doing well. So, ready for a season that will begin in at time of recording 2 days. How excited are you guys for this upcoming year?
I mean, I can't wait. And I know the other guys, I've seen the way they've been working in the off season. I know we're all excited to make a comeback year this year.
Yeah. So I know that last year was not the best year for you guys. I know, but going into this year, going into the summer, just kind of talk about the workouts you guys have been able to do, and really throughout the summer, what was it like? Just kind of getting after it for the upcoming season.
So we hired Ethos is it's a training gym around us. I
Yeah.
think they're technically a rehab gym, but they have trainers. So we had their trainers come out and help us train with our speed and agility and our weights. And I've seen everybody get stronger. And everybody on our team has worked so hard for the off season. I it's been rough. I'll be honest. The workouts have been far harder than the previous years. But I think that will make a good impact on how this season's gonna play out.
How have you improved just overall, just this summer and into the first few weeks of practice?
Improvement would be more of well, as you know, with last year, we only lost in terms of guys on the field. We only lost a couple guys. So especially those young guys, with how I've seen it, those young guys have taken the role that they needed to take, and they've done a great job over the offseason. I'm especially proud of our O linemen, how they've been working. We actually had they've been working out really hard, so we've had a bunch of injuries there. But we got them all back as of well, today, technically. We got
Nice.
them all back, and I could not be, more happy with the way my team has been, working out to get themselves ready, especially those younger guys, because usually you expect the senior class to be the hardest working, and some days I honestly feel like it's the younger guys doing it. So I couldn't be happier with the way they've been working for the season.
Absolutely. So, heading into camp and really heading into this game, how was, you had the four-way scrimmage last week to kind of
Hmm.
get ready to play an opponent that's not yourself. How did that go? Kind of getting used to, I know there's going to be some changes with how you guys look on the field.
Yep.
What's how have you guys been just getting used to everything that you guys have been working on all camp?
I mean, it's been good. I mean, it's obviously, obviously every team's gonna have they're gonna have their, bumps along especially when you're learning new things. But I think we'll be good with how it is. A lot of our plays that we've been running them smooth in practice. So I see no problem with all the new stuff that we have. Um, just getting ready to use it in an actual setting is what we're doing this week. We're making sure that everything's fine-tuned. Camp week went great last week. It's honestly, it was the most fun I've had during a practice in all 4 years of me playing here. So,
Yeah. So going into this week against starting out, I mean, you start out one thing about the Lakes Valley Conference is you always start off with most teams in the division except for one start off with a conference opponent.
yep.
Of course, Walled Lake, you guys are playing Walled Lake Northern. So what's that going to be like? To go, I believe it's on the road, if I am
It
not.
is on the road.
So going on the road down Bogey Lake Road, what's that going to be like to open up the season and really, what do you feel like you guys need to do to get the season off on a high note?
Well, the big thing with us this year has been just honestly, it's kind of cliche. You'll hear your coaches say it. We've all just been having fun out there. Playing together with my team this year has been really fun, and it's something that I haven't experienced in well, my I've played 3 years on varsity, including this one. So for all 3 years of my varsity, I haven't experienced just like having fun out there. It's always been super serious. And while we do need to be serious and locked in to win this game, I mean, during our scrimmage, people were just getting excited over like 3 yard gains. And a couple years ago, we would all be like, "Oh, well, it was only 3 yards." But this year you'd see, especially in our scrimmage against Howell, we'd run a buck play, and we'd get like 3 or 4 yards, and everybody was excited like we just scored a touchdown. And I think that is the thing that will separate us from last year and what happened last year, because last year we treated it like a job, and this year, um, even the small things everybody's getting excited about, and I think that's what really makes our team special this year.
Okay. Where can people find you on? Because you're kind of everywhere on the field this year, Brady. What's that kind of be like to kind of just like plug and play and really kind of anywhere?
It's been interesting. I've had to learn how to play the game, not looking at it from obviously the quarterback is sitting in the back of, he's watching. Like I know where everyone's supposed to be. It's just when I'm, physically acting it, I've had to adjust to actually doing it compared to just commanding that it happens. Um, defense is still how defense is where I live with my linebackering. Like I got that all down. But the offense, especially with the new ATH stuff, um, yeah, it's been fun learning, I guess. It's been a little difficult at times, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and that's how the coaches believe that we will, make the best impact on this year. So
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Let's get in your head a little bit. How do you like mentally get ready for a game?
so you gotta get the music on, right? It's really whatever I was feeling that day, kind of random, whatever comes on first. I like to, especially on home games, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it during away games, but on home games, I like to, while everyone's sitting around in the locker room waiting for, before we do all our pregame stuff, I like to go sit on the 50 and just sit out there for a minute, look out to our stage, the stadium, all the lights that will be on when I start playing. Um, usually I just sit out there for a little bit, run to the opposite side, tag the goalpost, run back to my locker room, and then I, get ready to go through my pregame.
And then also, can you believe that you're a senior this year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
Can you believe that you're a senior?
I mean, it hit me yesterday when my coach said that, the whole time my coach has been like, you got 36 chances left. You've got, however many left. And this was the first time when he was like, yeah, you have 9 guaranteed left. And I was like, oh, wow. All right. Well, that went by way faster than I thought it would. And everybody says it. Nobody believes it when they're told. And then you get to the senior year, and I mean, I've got 9 weeks guaranteed until I've got to find out what college I'm ending up at. So
Yeah.
I know me and the seniors have that on our back right now, that we got to make this one a good one, something to remember.
Okay. All right. Brady, let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right. What has been your best football memory that you've had during your time playing at South Lyon?
Playing at South Lyon was probably a couple years back, my first year playing on varsity. My first varsity start. I was starting at linebacker during the East Old final game of the season.
Yeah.
We're playing away at East. I think we broke like a record for the amount of people there, or at least it felt like it. And I remember I'm walking out, I'm like probably 3 lines back, and we line, arm in arm, right? And I think I was like third back because the seniors went first and all that. And walking out with all like the booze and stuff was just like, I honestly, it felt better than when I was at home for some reason, because I liked the fact that everybody hated me over there. It made me feel great. And then I ran by my crowd. Obviously they're cheering for mostly the seniors, but you get to hear the positive end of it, and that felt great walking by. And at the end of that game, I had a punt block, and that was probably my favorite moment of like high school football so far. Hoping to make a better one, but my favorite moment of high school football was probably that punt block, even though it broke my hand. Um, just like everyone's excitement for it was probably my favorite thing that I've done in high school football.
Okay. Who's your all-time like which who's your I should rephrase that. Who is your favorite player currently right now in any team, any sport?
Any team, any sport. Uh, See, I've always been a big like I like Hutch. Hutch is a big one that I like.
You know,
Just 'cause I like watching I just like watching honestly how scared QBs can be when he's coming off the edge. All time, even though he's not playing anymore, I know that's kind of against the question. I love Tom Brady, just the comeback king, right? You gotta love him. Especially his Patriots stuff. But Hutch is probably my current favorite player.
yeah. Um, okay, what is your what's your go-to place for food? Just in this is just in general.
It's either gonna be the Domino's up the street because it's open, whenever,
Yeah,
right? Or it's gonna be I really like Cancun right here by if you've been to well you were up here
yeah,
by like where the Rite Aid used to be.
right.
Cancun's right there.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
love that place.
As you come in now, obviously I've been to South Lyon many, many times.
Yeah.
So yeah, it you pass it any time you go to when you go to South Lyon High School. Uh
Yep.
that's where you see it's all that. So
Love that place.
absolutely, that place is good. And then finally, I'll end it on this. Usually do. What is something people do not know about you?
Um, well, people who like don't know me probably wouldn't get this, but I'm a big fan of like just like usually you wouldn't attribute it, but I love playing instruments. I'm learning the guitar, play like the piano. Um, I can play two saxophones, things like that. I
So
love instruments. I like drawing. So like I like a lot of artsy things.
yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, Brady, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck this season.
Yep, thank you.